Hello and welcome to the tutorial on Power BI. In this session of the tutorial, let's understand storytelling with Power BI. Let's start. For storytelling to happen, all that we require as a basis is a problem statement. And here's our problem statement. A hospital wants to know the health status of its patients to know the trend behind their sickness. So the hospital conducts a survey on its patients and finds out that most of its patients can be broadly grouped as healthy, but few are suffering from poor health. Now, the hospital wants to know the probable reason behind why some of its patients are suffering from bad health. For the purpose of storytelling, in this case, we have considered a health status analysis dataset. So, the first slide is analyzing the data in terms of health status. As you can see from this page, I am understanding the percentage of patients in different health stages and number of patients in different health stages and number of patients by gender. I can clearly see from this pie chart that 17% of my patients, irrespective of their gender, are having a poor health, which is like 34 patients. The same information is shown here in this graph. There are 34 distinct patients who are suffering from poor health. This can also give me information about the number of patients in various other health stages. This graph gives me the total number of patients split by gender. I can see from this graph that I have 108 female patients and 92 male patients. So the insight that we get from this page is the total number of patients suffering from poor health irrespective of gender is 34. Let's go to the next slide. So in this next slide, we are analyzing the health status bifurcated by gender. From this pie chart, you can understand the percentage of men in different health stages and it shows the percentage of women in different health stages. The same information is shown in terms of number in the below two graphs. From this, I can see that there is 21.74% of male patients having poor health stages and there are 12.96% of women with poor health stages. This shows us that there is a significant difference in the health status of men and women. So the key insight that we get from this page is total men suffering from poor health is 20, which can be observed from this below chart. Similarly, total women suffering from poor health is 14, which can be understood from this below visual. Now, proceeding further down the line, we are analyzing the data in terms of how people fare in smoking. So, the top visual shows me the percentage of men who smoke and who don't. Similarly, this shows me the percentage of women who smoke and who don't. The same information is shown in terms of numbers in the below three visuals. From the first visual, what we can understand is a majority of men, that is 60% of men don't smoke, while just 40% of men smoke. And from this visual, we can understand that a little less number of women don't smoke, that is 42.86%, while a majority of women smoke, that is 57.14%. This gives us a surprising insight that in spite of more women smoking, the women are having a better health as compared to men. From the below visual, we can understand that there are totally 18 patients with poor health status and don't smoke, and there are 16 patients with poor health status who smoke. This is bifurcated further in terms of men and women. This shows me that 12 men are having poor health status in spite of not smoking, while there are 8 men who have poor health status and they also smoke. Same is the case here. There are 8 women who smoke and have a poor health status, and there are 6 women who don't smoke but still have a poor health status. So the key insight that we get out from this page is that the percentage of women having poor health who smoke is 57.14%, is considerably greater than that of men, which is just 40%. Now, analyzing the data further in terms of people who exercise and who don't, in a similar visualization pattern as in case of smoking, we can understand that the number of men who exercise is very less, that is 40%, and the number of men who exercise is greater, that is 60%. Again, the men who don't exercise is 40% and men who exercise is 60%. Similarly, women who don't exercise is 42.86% and women who exercise is 57.14%. This gives us a different understanding, that is a different insight that that the number of men who exercise is greater than the number of women who exercise. That is 60% of men exercise while just 57.14% of women exercise. Let's understand the data in terms of height and weight analysis. Here, x-axis in both the visuals is considered as weight and y-axis is considered as height. The first visual gives me the distribution of patients in terms of weight and height and who exercise. This gives me the distribution of patients in terms of weight and height and smoking. From this, I can see that the patients are very broadly distributed, and to be frank, there is no any significant understanding from this visual. The same holds true for this visual. So the insight that we are getting from this visual is no significant understandings. Let's go one level further. Now, there is a different attribute called health plan coming into place. Understanding this page in terms of health plan gives you further insights. The first visual, as you can see, gives me the number of patients who smoke and also have a health plan, and it is bifurcated in terms of gender. So here the green shows me female patients and black shows me male patients. The no means they don't have a health plan and yes means they have a health plan. So I can clearly see from here that there are 6 female patients who does not have a health plan but still smoke. Here it shows me that there are 8 female patients who have a health plan and smoke. The same information is shown in terms of number of people exercise and health plan. This can give me that there are 6 female patients who don't have health plan but still exercise. And this gives me 10 male patients who don't have a health plan but still exercise. This gives me that there are 8 female patients who have a health plan and exercise, 10 male patients who have a health plan and exercise. The third visual here shows that the patients exercising and smoking by health plan. This gives me if they have a health plan or not. So this bar shows those of patients who don't have a health plan, while this shows me the patients who have health plan. I can see clearly that 18 patients are having health plan and exercising. Similarly, 18 patients are having health plan and smoking. 16 patients are not having health plan and exercising. 16 patients are not having health plan and smoking. So let's go the final slide, which is the conclusion. That is the finding that which we have obtained from this storytelling. From this storytelling, we can clearly see that the women are found to be more healthier than men in spite of greater smoking percentage. If you can remember that there are just 12.96% of women in poor health status, while the percentage of women who smoke is 57.14%, which is pretty much greater as that of men, which is just 40%. So that clearly supports this insight that women are healthier than men in spite of greater smoking percentage. The percentage of women who exercise is almost equal to the percentage of men who exercise. Yes, that's true. 57.14% of women exercise while 60% of men exercise. This tells us that in spite of smoking, exercising is helping the women in maintaining better health. So what is our suggestion to the hospital? Our suggestion to the hospital is more men also should be advised to exercise to make their health better. Here comes the question. So in spite of greater exercise percentage, which is 60% for men, why is their health less? The potentiality is people who smoke don't exercise. So in general, our suggestion should be all men and all women should exercise whether they smoke or not. That's all in this tutorial. That's all in this session of the tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please like, comment and subscribe for further videos.